So we've gone over a series from the ankles, the knees, the hips, right? Being mobile and how to alleviate some stress on there, right? So quick recap, we've done different techniques to open up our ankles with testing, and we know that like one of my favorites, personal favorites, is easily for the ankles, taking dumbbells, putting them right on top of the joint of the knee and allowing yourself to sit into a deep squat. This allows the heel to stay pinned down, right? And it's gonna stretch your calf, which is part of the problem. A good majority of the problem is always in the calf, as opposed to how the joint moves. Secondly, we've gone over tightness in the quads, which a lot of people, hamstrings, right? Now we're gonna go over typically what's something that's usually pretty tight on people is their adductors, the inside of the groin. If you've ever pulled a groin, you know it sucks, right? I strained mine years ago in a lifting competition, and I still have like the tissue. There's like a rope in there that tissue's not supposed to have like hard bumps to it in a sense. I have like a permanent rope there that because I never got treated correctly, right? So one of the things that we want to do is I want to see if we could get into how well we could get into the bottom of the squat, right? And if you feel like right now, I just woke up a couple hours ago, but I haven't really moved around. If you feel like this is like stuck, like literally I have people that they're kind of like here and then I have to push them down, right? That's because their hip structure is not allowing them to sit, right? Normal. It's still normal. It's still fixable though, very fixable, right? So one of the best positions you could do is frog position, basically belly down, or straddle position, right? And what you want to do is probably one of the best stretches you could do on the regular, to be honest, is just take your knees and spread them open, right? As best you can. Now what I want you to do is kind of sit back your butt cheeks to your heel, right? If you feel not much tension, a lot of people, their ankles aren't gonna pull back, so they're gonna be tight. Now what I want you to do is keep opening that position, right? And keep rocking kind of back. And keep opening that position and keep rocking kind of back. And what we want to do, you want to find a position where you feel like bound up or junky. You want to rock forward and rock back. And that's what's kind of stretching everything there. The other thing, one thing I like to do is sometimes get rotation up top, right? So you probably have to bring that stance in a little bit, but turn the palms, like fingertips to you. So the palms, so your forearms are facing out. This position here, there's a lot going on there with your neck area, with your middle back, right? So what we want to do is open the hips, right? One excellent way to do this, very simple. If you live in a home with walls, which most of us do, it's very easy, right? So what we want to do is kind of butt up against the wall. Now you know your feet can't move, right? We're getting into that 90 position and we're rocking back, right? Here, and you want to spend some time in this position. You also want to open up. If you got to bring the elbows to the ground and bring it right up, right? So this position here, and again, not that loose right now. This position here will expose a lot of what's going on in the hips. If the adductors are slammed tight, these in here, that means the outside probably doesn't function the way it should, to be honest. So understand that the hip complex, your hips, have muscles that all attach to it in various directions. Now the hip is a joint that does a lot, right? It could move. It's kind of essentially just like your shoulder. And the more complex a joint moves, the more availability it has for stuff to get tight and kind of mess up movement, you know? So I'm always big on opening up people's hips because I know people's hips are tight, their lower backs are gonna be affected. Weak abs, tight hamstrings, that's a recipe for low back problems, real low back problems. So that's called a straddle stretch. By all means, use it. Excellent drill to be utilizing. But if you guys have any questions, concerns, let me know. Coach Lear, see you later.